he rules the girls. Stick to his guns. Believe me when he plays this, ladies, it's just begun. You don't understand. Oh no, that Lagazee has a plan. Lagazee gonna be the soul of
Lagazee playing the number one song. People should know it by now.
Easy.
So many songs would like to challenge King Lagazee, the champion.
Easy.
Pretty soon they will know King Lagazee is number one. And there would be no cause or reason for Massive to doubt this. Lagazee music is so real.
Lock it down. It's FM 103.9. Can't touch your dial.
Some boys, this is a warning to you. You better not take King Lagazee's kindness for you. Don't take King Lagazee's
Ladies and gentlemen, exactly 9 minutes going into the R9 here on Hits 103.9. And you don't know, I have the Dan in the studio, Skelly Dread. Skelly!
Laga.
Yo, Skelly!
Yo, Laga.
It's always a joy, you know.
I tell you, say, the way you did a bonfire, you know.
Easy.
After you played a couple of dubs and you are introduced, you just tone it down and say, you're genial, you know, brother. Oh my, you're a big man, Laga. Yo. Now I fully appreciate why you are the 7-star platinum general.
Blessed Skelly.
Today I look upon him and say, whoa. Nobody can touch this, you know.
I tell you.
But you know, say when I heard the remain very good dub, I say, boy, Lagazee, you reach far. Yo, me can say that when we there I pre, you know.
Definitely.
No DJ in Ghana. No reggae DJ.
No, sir.
Easy.
No reggae selector in Ghana. When it comes to the dub session thing,
yo.
Man. No. And you see that the interesting thing about it is I know how you fight for your dubs. I remember from way back.
Definitely.
Say, why, Skelly? You shot the one and say a dub. I said, Raga, why are you so fixated? But at the time, I didn't know that you were going into the sound system culture.
Definitely.
So, I mean, for the sound system culture, you're on the right path. You need a dub to kill a sound.
Definitely.
There's no two ways about it.
Definitely.
I know you haven't asked me anything about anything, but me did I listen to you.
Definitely.
Yeah, one youth come in and get a couple of tunes and the man did it and feels him unreachable.
Definitely.
No, I don't say it go, man. I don't say it go.
Seriously.
No, I don't say it go, man. You see, this is why people keep asking me things about, yo, Skelly, can you manage an artist already? I say, them man, they're not ready for the international surface, you know. They don't understand they don't understand the business, you know. Because man just get a tune and the tune blaze out internationally. So the man feels, boy, them can't reach me now. Nobody can talk to me in the area. And that's how you go. Because when you look at our elders, you know, look at the Kojoan trees, look at the Amachide days and rare. At least you got to talk to somebody.
Definitely.
And if the answer is going to be no, you're going to say the answer is no.
Definitely.
But at least somebody is there to talk.
Definitely.
And that's how the business runs. It's
Definitely.
not like you're untouchable. Nobody can reach me. Really? When man are pre-records. You see, there's a difference between a record and a hit, you know.
Definitely.
So if you have a couple of hits and you reach there, no man, you should have records.
Definitely.
And all that you can fall on. So when you see a man like Samini, that man have records, you know.
Definitely.
You see me?
Definitely.
When you check when the man there come from, and today, Samini can today still do a 2-hour set. Easily. And for the whole 2 hours, you are going to be on your feet.
Definitely.
So whatever youth where have 2 tunes where I blaze out and the 2 tunes were 10 minutes, And then the rest of the thing, yo, let's talk about something else.
Easy.
No, I'm going to the
No, but you know, a lot, you know, it has come to your table a lot that why don't you deal with Ghanaian artists, you know, as in Skelly did, because Skelly is that international, you know, road manager, tour manager that, you know, if you mention all the big names, you've worked with everybody. So what exactly is preventing Skelly to step into the front, like into the forefront in terms of Ghana and say, I want to manage this artist or that artist?
You see, let me tell you something. There's a difference between artist management and tour management, right? Now, this question has been posed to me severally by different people, even on the international scene. But the one answer I give is that I'm a tour manager. I'm not an artist manager.
Definitely.
There's a big difference, right?
Okay.
So my forte or my strength is in logistics, administration. So it's putting a tour together. Like I just came off a tour a week ago, Sunday. And it was a small tour. It was only 16 shows over 3 weeks. You know, and
16 shows.
Yeah,
it's a small tour.
Yeah, it's a small tour. It's just a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those sort of things, from when a contract is issued for the tour, once the contract has been issued and I get hold of that contract, I'm executing everything on the contract, from everybody leaving their home. I think we had about 14 people on the road. So from everybody leaving their home to they going back to their homes, it's my responsibility. You know, buying their flights, their hotels, ground transportation, and then the tour bus, you know, organizing the tour bus routing. So those are logistical and administrative things that is my strength. Now, when it comes to artist management, it's a totally different ball game.
Altogether.
It's totally different. And that's why I don't think I have what it takes to be an artist manager. Because things like making a decision on what an artist should wear to go for an interview. Okay? An artist manager has to sit down, even accepting certain interviews and accepting certain shows and refusing them. Creating a business plan for the artist. A marketing strategy, promotional strategy, all those things come into artist management. And I don't think I have the skill set to do that. You know, that's why I don't venture into artist management, because that is not my forte. It's like you're a reggae selector. Now, if they put you in a situation where they say, boy, you know, but fortunately for you, you do both TV and radio.
Definitely.
So you can stand in the camera as well.
Yeah.
But if they take you and they say, look, we want to make you the director of current affairs, news and current affairs. Now, you're going to scratch your head.
Definitely.
You know, and they're going to say, well, what you do is entertainment.
Definitely.
Now, news and current affairs is not entertainment. It's a serious thing.
Definitely.
So, do you have the skill set to be able to do that? Now, if you feel you have it and you can switch from being a reggae DJ to news and current affairs editor, then that's fine. But I don't feel that I have the skill set to be an artist manager. That being said, I know what an artist manager's job entails. I know what they should be doing. Because a tour manager works, there are 3 key people that I work with. I work with the artist manager. I work with the agent that books the tours and the shows. And then I work with the promoters that book the shows. Okay, so I work very closely with artist managers. So I know what it entails. And I don't think I have that skill set.
All right.
You know, so that is a simple answer.
All right.
You see me?
Ladies and gentlemen, 17 minutes going into the R9 on Hit 103.9 on the show Yard Settings. And trust me, we're having one-on-one with Skelly. You understand me? But before we even touch on tour issues and all that, Skelly, when you look into Ghana,
Yeah.
when you look into Ghana, let's say you do reggae, you know, you tour reggae artists and all that, reggae bands and all that.
Yeah.
if they say, do you think our artists are up to the standard where we have to tour them? Like how you just got off a tour, you play 16 shows, and you've come back home, relaxed for a while, you are going back from July, you understand me, and all that.
When you ask the question, do I think our artists are at the level to tour them? Tour them where? That's the question. Do you mean in Ghana, in Africa, or the international circuit? So
international circuit.
Well, when you talk about international circuit, it's not just our reggae artists that have to be ready to tour the international circuit. We can talk about our musicians in general.
No, I'm being biased simply because I'm
reggae.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is what it takes to be able to do a tour, right? Mm-hmm. The first thing is for people to want you. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Audience to call for you to come and perform for them. Mm-hmm. That is what will give you a tour. So anybody can just get up and say, I want to do a tour. Mm-hmm. Now, the people that are going to buy you, mm-hmm. that is the promoters mm-hmm. on the international circuit, mm-hmm. that would buy you, or the agent that will book the tour for you, mm-hmm. they need to know that in the markets where they want to put you, mm-hmm. people are willing to pay the ticket price to come and see you. Now, if your music hasn't reached that far for people to know your music mm-hmm. and for them to buy tickets to come and see you, mm-hmm. then you can't do a tour. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
I'll give an example. Mm-hmm. I was in Amsterdam mm-hmm. About a week and a half ago. Mm-hmm. And the venue that we played in Amsterdam, there's a lady, a journalist that came. Mm-hmm. And as soon as she found out I was from Ghana, she was all excited mm-hmm. and started mentioning a certain artist's name from mm-hmm. Ghana. Mm-hmm. That they would like to have that artist. Mm-hmm. Because she's been trying to see how they can get that artist.
You see?
Now, that person, I'm not going to mention the name here, but I'll let you know after the show.
Okay.
To me, when a person said that, I wasn't surprised. Because that artist's works speaks for itself internationally. So such an artist, and I know that artist has already been on the road internationally before. So such an artist has the caliber, has what it takes. And they can even go on a package tour, not just headline. Because remember, say, touring is not, an artist going out on tour, you can go in different categories. It's either you are the headliner, or you are part of a package, or you are a support. You know, there was a time that I read in the Ghanaian press that one of our artists is headlining 16 shows in America. And I just laughed. And I said, oh, he's headlining festivals. I'm like, do these journalists know what a headliner is? You know, the fact that somebody is playing a show or playing on a festival doesn't make them a headliner. And when you look at the verbiage of a poster of a festival, you see the name of the festival, you see the headliners in big font, and the font, the writing, the font comes in different stages. So you see the big font, and that is the headliner. And then you see the next, and then you see the support, and then you see the opening acts. So you see somebody's name that you have to find a microscope to look for the name. And then from our homeland, they say the person is headlining tours, festivals. I'm like, this is painful. But anyway, coming back to the question. So going on a tour could be in different categories, right? So if you ask me, are our Ghanaian reggae artists ready to go on tours? For headlining tours, your music has to be strong enough for you to sell hard tickets. And by hard ticket sales, if you take a venue, for instance, Paradiso in Amsterdam, for instance, the capacity is 1,500. There are artists that would easily sell out that venue, international artists. The tour I just came out from, that venue was sold by my artist, I think it was sold before the COVID even started. Because the tour I just did was postponed because of the COVID. So it was sold out long ago, right? There are other venues that are smaller venues that will be like maybe 230. So we have small, we have medium size, we have large venues. Now, if you have an artist who can draw a small venue of maybe 350 and they can sell the tickets, maybe they can sell about 300 tickets out of 350, right? By selling tickets, we mean when the artist name is put there, that artist is coming to this venue on the 3rd of December and they put the ticket on sale, people are going to buy the tickets.
Definitely.
Now, if the promoter can sell a certain number of tickets, put their budget together, and based on the ticket price, they know that if I'm going to fly this person or I'm going to bring this person in to come and do the show, and it's going to sell this number of tickets, I'll be able to make back my money. Then that person can do a headline show for that size venue, right? And the only way you can do that is if your music reaches that far for people to want to buy tickets to come and see you.
Wow.
So that question, the answer is not going to be yes or no, or why can't they tour? Well, it's because their music has to reach. It's because they need to have relationships. They need to have a management team that is reaching out to agencies and promoters outside. And they need to be able to sell those tickets for the agents to decide that, okay, for this value of ticket that you are selling, we can do a headline tour, we can do a package tour, we can do a support tour, or you can be an opener.
Okay.
So it's very wide. And you see, the other thing I can say as well is this. There's nothing wrong with an artist investing in themselves, which means that an artist can decide that, you know what, band or artist A, B, C are going to go on a tour. My management is going to reach out to them and say, listen, I know you guys have a package tour. Can I come in as an opener at my own cost? What that means is I'm going to pay for my own flights, right? I'm going to pay for my own accommodation to come on this tour. I'm not going to earn an income, but it's going to be an exposure for me. It's for me to stand before your audience to present to them who I am and what my music is made of. And hopefully, after that, the next time, I can now sell tickets for this audience to come and see me. You understand? So going on tour is not just about going out there to make money. That's why I say, to be an artist manager, you need to have a vision to be able to... A great example is Bob Marley and the Wailers. When Bob Marley went to the UK in the 60s, the late 60s, early 70s, that was where he got stranded. Johnny Nash took him to the UK, or he took the Wailers to the UK. And for some reason, Johnny Nash left them in winter. Now, they were stranded, okay? And then that was where they met Chris Blackwell, who signed them up, give them some money, signed them up. They went back to Jamaica. Now, Chris called them back to come back to the UK, but it was going to be a promotional tour. And by promotional tour, they were coming to tour not necessarily to make money, but to introduce themselves to the people out there. And Bob Marley understood that to the letter. Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer, like, if money now make, we now go nowhere. Is it?
Yeah.
If we are not going to get paid, we are not going anywhere because our music in Jamaica. But then the vision Bob had was, well, I don't want my music to just be in Jamaica. I want to reach out to the international world. And that was when Chris Blackwell stepped back and said, boy, you know, I said this thing after we call Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Easy.
And then again, Peter and Bunny was like, yo, we started this thing together, you know. And you can't say one of the man there, I go lead we.
Yeah.
That now I go work.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a vision, it's a science, brother. It like any business venture. I mean, it's a business, you know, brother.
Yeah.
It's entertainment.
Yeah.
But it's a business. And you need to have ideas and the ability to think ahead and to structure and strategize.
Wow.
So finally, to put it, our Ghanaian artists, they can, if they want, tour the world. But in what category and what will be the aim and objective? If it's just to go and make money, then they're not ready.
I see.
They can't ready now. Cause the music, it's just a handful of people that, can go out to certain markets and get an audience to come and watch them.
28 going into the hour.
I lie. 28 gone already.
28 gone already. The way the time is running.
Yeah, I tell you.
Onyami Aqua says, admire your know-how, Skelly.
Boy,
Yo.
I give thanks, cause, say the thing. We learn the thing from the scratch, brother.
Definitely.
Definitely. See, today I give, and I think I've said this to you before. Today I give thanks and I'm able to sit here and, you can give me props and say, boy, I'm done that and rare. But brother, when I started this thing, I used to sweep venues, I told you this thing before. I used to sweep dressing rooms,
Yeah.
And I had a job. I had a proper job. I had a proper decent job, But when I decided that this is the path I wanted to chart, because being a tour manager is not advertised anywhere. It's not like how a radio station will advertise, we want DJs to come and play reggae, or we want a musical director or a program director. No, tour manager's role is not advertised anywhere. It's word of mouth and recommendations. And you learn on the job. You build yourself into it.
Definitely.
So when I started off, brother, I'll go to my regular job, 9 to 5. I close, I come home with the family. In the night, I go to a venue. I'm running around like a headless chicken, going to buy things for artists. The promoter say, boy, Skelly, this room is dirty, you have to sweep it up. Then boom, we sweep it up. The stage needs clearance, you go clear. And that's how the whole thing started. So I started this thing from the ground, from the foundation. So we build it up and we learn along, we humble ourselves and we learn to get to where we are today.
Wow.
You see me?
Jabode says, tell Skelly he is year-to-year selector.
Yo, Javi, just Lego. Yo, tell them man to Lego that thing there. Just leave me alone. Tell him, Javi, if I'm a year-to-year presenter, you're a year-to-year manager. You know that. That's what I say.
Oh, God.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
So, I would like to say big respect to Prince Miller Hunter. Silas, big up yourself. Big up Ni Father Queno. Yeah, man. Ivan, big up yourself, man. You understand me? Stinger Blinger all the way from the UK. My UK posse them large up. You understand? Yeah, man. We have Skelly Dread in the house. And trust me, Skelly is giving us a lot of education. Sandra Riccardi says, God bless him, King. All right.
Give thanks, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, everything good. Skelly.
Yes.
Now, we all know, you are the tour manager for Morgan Heritage.
Yeah, man.
And for some time now, it's like, we've not been seeing that. Now, before we could say Jack, and from the t-shirt you are wearing now, you are wearing steel paws. Ladies and gentlemen, I announce to you now that Skelly Dread is the official tour manager for Steel Paws. Listen. That is why I always tell Ghanaian artists, Charlie, you people are wasting your time.
Oh, Charlie.
We have this asset over here. Who knows all the Yo, do you think it's easy to step forward and say, yeah, Steel Paws, I want to be your tour manager? Do you think it's easy? And I look at our artists and I'm like seriously? So nobody you guys are wasting time.
But what do you mean they are wasting time?
You see, answer na okwasieni betino na agregu.
No, but Lagazee, what do you mean they are wasting time? They're not wasting time. They're doing what they feel is...
No, Skelly, but...
within the domain in which they operate. That's how...
Skelly, we want to go international. Skelly, you are there. You are doing the job.
You see...
all the first... You are... Skelly is highly connected.
Boy.
Aden... Munti asamana... But you
see, Lagazee, the thing is this. You see, some man wants to drive a Vauxhall or Opel. Somebody wants to drive a BMW. Somebody wants to drive a Mercedes. Somebody wants to drive a Rolls Royce. Now, everybody is cutting themselves in a certain realm, to be comfortable in the realm in which they are. Okay? Some people are ignorant. We can't fight that. That's plain ignorance. And there's a saying that, if somebody doesn't know and they don't know that they don't know, and then they're a fool, just leave them alone. You see me?
Yeah.
But to be fair, not all the fingers are equal.
Of course.
And not everybody is aiming or reaching out for the same things. That's why you have local champions and you have international champions, right? It's not my place to sit here and mention anybody's name or whatever. But you can see within our domain some of the artists that are reaching certain international heights. You can see those that are not reaching those heights. You can see those that with a little nudge, a little vibe, a little hype, they think they are there. So they feel like they are untouchables. So everybody has their aim and objectives of where they want to be. Now, you are standing here saying we want to reach international heights. You and who? Because this is what you are doing now, right? As a sound system or sound clash, enthusiast. In your own way, you are reaching international heights. Because
Definitely.
I'm listening to your dub from Roman Virgo, and it's amazing that you are able to get Roman Virgo to cut you a dub. And this is one of over 100 dubs that you have.
Definitely.
Because you push yourself to get out there. Lagazee, if all goes well, it's like Ghana going to the World Cup. Okay? If anybody says Ghana is going to win the World Cup, you just laugh. Say, but at least we're going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
To participate in that competition.
Definitely.
The same way you, Lagazee. If anybody tells me today that, Lagazee can go to an international clash and go and win, I personally would say you're not ready. However, going to that clash is crucial.
Definitely.
So you going to that clash in the first place, to me, would be an achievement.
Definitely.
You understand? And I'm sure that's what you aim for.
Definitely.
Right. However, there are artists who feel that they've reached there already.
And they've not reached nowhere.
No. They haven't even moved.
This is what I'm talking about, Skelly.
So, for you to say that we want to reach international, well, maybe not everybody wants to reach international.
Listen, look at what the Nigerians are doing.
Yeah.
Burna Boy sold out Madison Square Garden. You understand me? And looking at the structure, looking at the people Burna Boy is working with, and me over here, knowing who Skelly is. If me, Lagazee, being a selector, I know. And I know some artists have met you on the road before. They know your weight and all that. So what exactly is preventing those artists and say, Skelly, let's go on the road.
Yeah, man. True, man.
This and that and that and that.
True.
What is preventing them?
True.
But you will see, they have some little fans over here who will be saying, oh, he's there, and they think they are everywhere.
But that's why I'm saying that you need to have a management team that have a vision. You understand? Because a lot of the times it's not down to the artist. It's down to the people around the artist that are managing the artist. Okay? All you have to remember, I just came off the road and David Hines, he's been doing this for 40 years, 45 years. He's the artist, But when he gave me the job as his tour manager, Lagazee, when we get to a venue, if I don't tell David to move, he's not moving. If I don't tell David Hines to move, he's not moving. That's the trust he put in me by employing me to be his tour manager. You understand? And he wouldn't just employ me because he employed me because he's seen, he's heard, he's experienced a little bit of what I can do. He's seen my competency. So when you bring this to the artists and the management teams that we have, right? A manager has the power to tell the artist not to go anywhere, and the artist has to listen. So if the manager is a good manager, a visionary person, and knows what they are about, they will guide their artists in the right direction. But if they are not, and they tell the artist to sit down, the artist say, why are you telling me to sit down? I don't mean give you the job. Then there's a problem. You understand? Because the artist is supposed to focus on their craft and their creativity and leave the team to do everything else. So the artist's main focus is to create music. Everybody else around him is to sort out everything else. And the manager is supposed to come and tell the artist, your food is ready. Let's go and eat. The artist is not supposed to be the one thinking, what am I going to eat? All he has to say is, I want to eat this. Then the manager needs to get it sorted and come and tell him your food is ready. Let's go and eat. The artists will get up to go and eat. What I'm trying to say is this. The artists themselves are not decision makers. They are creators. They are the talent. The people around them are the decision makers. So if those people are not leading the artists in the right direction, it's going to fall apart. An example is what you're saying. You're trying to reach somebody to put food in their mouth, to put money in their pocket. And the gatekeepers are blocking you. For all you know, the artist doesn't even know about this. I've been in situations like that before, where an artist that I was trying to get to do something, the gatekeepers were blocking. Eventually, I got directly to somebody who had a close relationship to the artist. As soon as they told the artist, the person asked the guy to call me directly. And the artist on the phone said, Skelly, where I said to me? I said, well, let me try Ray. He said, yo, done. Not say a word. You know what I mean? So it's about the team you have around you. If they don't know what they're doing, it's going to be a mess.
All right. So Aita Bingi says, large up Skelly. And Sandra Riccardi says, King Lagazee, please, he's too expensive for them.
Easy.
No. You see, it's not always about the dollars. You see?
And Junior Maestro, all the way from Norway, says,
Yeah, man.
going international takes a certain caliber and standard. Okay. All right. So, Kamal Ardini Jan says, Skelly, welcome yourself. You are blessed for the interview. Poe, yeah, settings.
Thanks.
Let them know how to make money, Ghanaian artists.
Boy.
Our artists there. So, yes, let me, step back a bit to, you being the tour manager for Morgan Heritage, and now we are seeing you with Still Pulse.
Yeah.
What exactly is the balance? What is going on?
Well, the industry, it's a small world within the reggae genre, right? And as a person, as an individual, if you have a focus, you have a drive, and you want to develop yourself, just flying all over the world in itself, excuse me to say, somebody might blast me for this, but it's nothing. Flying over the world is nothing. It's nothing. It's tiring. I know. It's tiring. But let me tell you what. You as an individual, asking yourself, 5 years ago, I was doing this. 5 years down the line, I'm doing the same thing. How have I improved? How have I developed myself? What challenges am I taking on? What can I do different from what I was doing in the past? So when you ask yourself those questions, then you start saying, say, I would like to try something else. I'd like to try another outfit. I'd like to see what else is going on out there. Okay? So when it comes to Morgan Heritage is heritage for life. That's what we say, But then, after being with them for the number of years I have been, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, is this the height of where I can reach as a tour manager? Or are there other challenges that I would like to embrace? I happened, to come across Still Pulse I did some work for him. Naturally, after doing whatever work I did for him, my work spoke for itself. So one conversation came place, it took place. One thing led to the other, and then that's where we are today.
Wow.
So I can just give thanks, and then to be fair, touring with Still Pulse and touring with Morgan Heritage, it's totally two different dynamics. It's the same thing, reggae music, but for both entities, we have like different numbers of people we are traveling with. We have different technical requirements. We have different stage requirements. So one outfit had 10 people on stage, another has 8 people on stage. One outfit may have like 6 crew, another one had 4 crew. So the dynamics are different. In the markets in which they operate, they are rated differently as well. So you go to a market with Morgan Heritage and you are treated like ABC. You go with another band, Still Pulse, and you are treated like XYZ. So it's all reggae music, but it's different dynamics. The audience numbers are different, the expectations, and then the other things that are attached to the show, like merchandise sales, meet and greets, it's different. They're totally different things.
Wow.
So it's, for a man or for any person, it's a challenge for you to decide that this band has such a big name and I'm with them and I'm happy, but I want to try something else. And to make that move.
Okay.
So if you're comfortable in your comfort zone, you're not a risk taker, you will not be able to make such moves.
Definitely.
And that's where we are.
Wow.
So we give thanks. But it's an experience.
So you've already played 16 shows already.
Yeah. But that in the scheme of things, 16 shows it's not a big deal. It's 2.5 weeks. We were doing, think about it, we do 5 shows a week.
Wow.
Right? Sometimes we do 6 shows a week. So we started on the 25th of April, or we finished on the 15th of May. We had about 4 days off. The rest is like shows every night, travels, and So there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, 45 minutes going into the R9. Skelly is in Ghana for some few days. And
Who told you that? Who told you that? Lagazee, who told you that? You see, sir.
On the sir. Ahani Spinters Road.
It is spread news. It is spread news. False news.
But Ghana, we are blessed. I keep telling my artists that your artists put your things together well and make sure that this man here, if he, like link him up, and there are certain things, even if he can't do it for you, he can give you the guidelines. There are a lot of, the first time I spoke to Raging Fire, and now me, even though Kuma is separated from them, through Skelly, me and Kuma, we are good friends now.
Yeah, man.
They were on tour. I called Skelly that, yo, Skelly, boom, bam, boom. He said, yo, Lagazee, don't say a word, done. And then boom, bam, 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 and everything happened. And today, me and the man, we're good. So, and it's not that one alone. I can remember the first time I spoke to Peter of Morgan Heritage. It was through Skelly. They were on the road, and then boom, bam, boom, boom. It happened. Countless of time. So if me as a selector or a presenter getting all this, what about you, the artist?
You see, I can tell you something. One thing now, Lagazee. You see, this industry is about relationships. And if you don't have the right relationships and the right contacts, you'll be hitting the brick wall. Look, I think that we have artists in Ghana who have potential to be exposed on certain stages. but they don't have the right channels, to get through. I'm going to tell you something that sounds very controversial. I'll tell you. There was a time that I had one of our big artists made a statement like, to win a Grammy, you don't need to have any connections, or as an African artist, you don't need to have any operations in the Western world. You don't need to have any links in the Western world to win a Grammy. And I was very saddened. My heart was very saddened when I heard that. Because there's nothing in this life that is not based on relationships, especially in this industry.
Definitely.
And that person that said that, they themselves, they spend a lot of time in the Western world. They're not Ghanaian-based artists. They don't live in Ghana and breathe in Ghana. They're Ghanaians, but they spend a lot of time in the Western world. You know what I mean? So, Burna Boy, right? You know who Burna Boy has links with in the US? It's P. Diddy. Do you know that? Puff Daddy. Now, so when Burna Boy wins a Grammy, why would you be surprised? Because the movers and shakers, are the people he's aligned themselves with. So how can you tell me that you, as an African artist, I don't know about Angelique Kidjo, I don't know her connections, but you can't tell me she doesn't have any links in the Western world. How can you be an artist based in Ghana and your music is just in Ghana, you don't have any relationships in the Western world and think that you can win a Grammy? It's impossible. It's not going to happen. Because even within the Western world, they themselves are fighting to position themselves properly with the gatekeepers. And then you sitting on a different continent thinking you can just do it without. So the point I'm trying to make is there are many opportunities out there for artists, but if they don't have the right people, they don't make the right links and the right contacts, it's not going to happen. And it's as simple as that. Because the music itself, you see, another thing is this. You can stay in this room here, for instance, and create music. And you alone create the music, and you don't have anybody to spread that music for you. How does that music go out?
Yeah.
There was another time I heard some other artists say they don't need the media, to they don't need the media to push their music. I'm like, which planet are you from? Which hole are you coming out from? Because you need to do this. I said this before. There are projects that you release. You actually go on a promotional tour.
Yeah.
You're not going on a tour to go and play music to earn money. You are going on a tour to promote that project. And when you go on the tour to promote that, it's through media engagements. Radio stations, TV stations. Yes, we have social media today, but we still have the traditional media that you can't do away with. So you need, and you've got to use relationships, the right relationships. This tour I'm telling you about now that we just finished, almost every show that we're doing, I'm getting journalists, photojournalists, applying for press passes to be able to come into the show to take pictures. You would think that, in this day and age, somebody would just have their iPhone or whatever, so they can come and take pictures. But we have photojournalists. Their profession is to take pictures and to put them in the media. And they need accreditation to do that. And the only person that will give the accreditation will be the tour manager for that to happen.
Wow.
So you need to have those relationships. You need to know the right people in the right places.
Wow.
To be able to get doors open for you.
Skelly, how has it been like, this few days that you've been on the road with Steel Pulse? How has it been like for you as a tour manager?
Well, it's been a learning experience because, like I said, I've toured with over 6 different bands in the past. But every band's demands and requests are different. You can tour with a band that, I'm not going to mention any names, but just for argument's sakes, you are touring on the tour bus, and their policy will be for every venue that we get to, once the venue has showers at the venue, we're not using any hotels. Okay? Because when you're on the tour bus, the tour bus is like a home. It's got bunks, it's got beds that you sleep on. So some artist policy will be once we are on the tour bus and we have showers at venues. But the only thing you need to do apart from sleeping is to shower and to do the show. So we're not going to have hotels. Then we have a band that says that it doesn't matter whether they have a 5-star shower. Every night we need to get hotels. You know what I mean? So it's different dynamics by different bands and expectations. But for me, touring with Still Pulse is a learning curve. There are more things I'm learning from what I already know. And as a human being, you can never stop learning.
Wow.
You know? One thing I can say as well is like David Hines. He's a very highly intelligent man and very philosophical. So if you can't engage him and stimulate his mind, you can't work for him. Because you see that he's very challenging. David Hines is the sort of person that you bring him a glass of water or a cup of tea and it's hot, right? And you tell him, oh, this is a hot tea. They go tell you, say, well, how do you know it's hot? He's not telling you the tea is not hot, but he's asking you, how do you know it's hot?
Yeah.
And then you go there and you start scratch your head, say, but what does this guy mean?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's hot because the water boiled at 100 degrees, and then I put the tea bag into it, and as I held it, it burned my hand. So it is hot. Then we'll say, oh, okay. Then you probably laugh. But he will say that you go conf, like, why this guy, what do I am?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he just engages you, and once you hear, you say 1 + 1 is 2. Then he's gonna tell you, but how do you know 1 + 1 is 2? It could be 3. It could be something else. What I'm trying to say is he's very philosophical and very highly intelligent and engages you in a conversation.
Definitely.
So if you don't have that capability to be able to be with him along those lines, you're gonna fall flat.
Wow.
So it's an interesting experience, brother.
55 got into the R9.
Easy.
Well, we don't start the interview.
We don't start the interview.
It should have been 2 hours.
Yo, see, as anytime me and Skelly work one-on-one, it's always education.
We give thanks, sir.
And you don't realize anytime we meet also issues to do with artists, excuse my language, misbehaving in terms of, a lot of things that's happened. So he will step in and then shape some of these things. And I believe that if you're an artist and you're listening tonight, his name is Skelly Dread. You understand? Anytime he comes to Ghana, he plays on City FM. You understand? You understand? So,
but I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me about Busy Signal, doing a rendition of the tune. Do you know, has business been done? Say the man do business properly with the original, or you don't know about them?
Yes, I don't know nothing, but as Thursday night, there was a show on Irish and Chin called Rambo Talk. They played a song, but they didn't give reverence to Black Sharif.
Jesus.
They said, Busy Signal.
I lie.
The whole world is...
man, I lie. See,
I have people who listen to Rambo Talk and all that on the live right now.
Okay, so let me ask a question then. So what has these people's management done about it now? Have they reached out to Busy and say, yo, what go on?
I don't know.
You don't
Skelly, I don't see. As I made the post and the thing went viral and people were insulting me left, right, and center. I was thinking that maybe the management could reach back to me and say, yo,
say, boy, yeah man,
Lagazee, we've seen your post. What is going on?
Yeah.
Give us the link and all that, and then I can just open up the door for them.
Well, for all you know, maybe business has been done and you don't know. Maybe they've done a business, which to me would be very surprising, because why would you give your intellectual property to somebody else to eat food from? Like, if business has been done, what quantum of business crowd was done to the extent that you can, hand over your rhythm and your your team to our next artist for eat a food. Because this man I go eat a food, you know.
Yeah.
Food I go eat, you know, brother.
Seriously.
Why?
Yo.
People need to. There's a lot of people to learn. I mean, artist management is not. It's not just because you have a brethren and you are walking down the street and when you're hustling, it was you and him. So now you are big. So now he's your manager. It doesn't work like that. And that is, we've seen this through Jamaican acts. We've seen this through American acts. I don't know if you heard about somebody called Britney Spears. She ended up suing her dad. Okay, you heard about the Williams sisters in tennis. In the end, they parted way with their dad officially from business. So you need somebody who knows the business to manage you. It's not because you are the person who are hustling in your hard times, you know. Oh no, I told you animal the Int'l. So he has to be your business, your manager. It doesn't work like that. He doesn't know the business. He doesn't know it. Because if you boss and people can't reach out to your management for you to eat a food, there's a problem. Because their mentality is here now. This guy is a big guy. You know, nobody can get to him. That is not what it is. It's only the beginning. And the foundation has to be laid for you to eat a food with your intellectual property.
All right, Skelly.
Talk to them on them. Let them know, man. Let them know.
Skelly, our time is up. Yo, so when exactly are we going to have you like this again? Because
just call, man. You don't say that. You are the general. So whatever you call me there. Whatever you call me. But on a serious note, I think we should do this for like 2 hours.
Of course.
We should actually sit down and talk. And that day, you are not going to be playing none of your...
my daughter.
Let's just talk. Because there's a lot to talk about.
Definitely, Skelly.
You see me?
Thank you so much for your time
man,
and space.
I'm
Skelly. And I'm so grateful. You know, when I placed the call and you were like, yo, Lagazee, I don't know my schedules for Sunday, you know. Don't say anything. Wait till I say something. I'm like,
Laga!
Yeah, I'm like, this money is serious.
Charlie, but as you're rubbing your chin with your left hand, I see something shining on the... Charlie, what is happening?
I'm in your lane now.
Yeah, I saw you go.
Skelly, thank you so much for coming to. Yeah, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was, Skelly